All right. So, DMV. I want to say April. I may be off on that, but I'm pretty sure it was April of the year 2000. I got a DUI. I was 20 years old. Got a DUI and not had a driver's license since. One DUI. North Carolina has me in a permanent revocation status. I was permanently revoked for driving on a suspended driver's license. Numerous occasions. Yeah, I'm a repeat offender, habitual, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, without due process, I received a letter one day and they told me that my license had been permanently revoked. Now, the way this permanent revocation thing works is you got to go so long without any infractions on your driver's license, and then you got to go petition the DMV for a hearing. So you're not even in one of these mock tribunal courtrooms. No, this is at the DMV office, this hearing. So, anyways, Mom has been on my ass about getting this driver's license thing resolved. And I don't give a damn about the driver's license. Like I said in the last video, I'm a huge right to travel guy. I got oodles of case law PDFs and stuff on my phone logged in my files that would reflect towards our right to travel. However, I'm starting to understand what licensing is for. And licensing is for folks that operate in business, in commerce. And as I've stated, I want a little bit more than what I've got in life before I go sit on my mountain and get everybody just to get out of my hair and leave me alone. So, Mom's pushed me on this. She hired an attorney. It's a huge waste of money. I understand. She's she gets all worked up when I bring this stuff up. It's kind of funny. She's like, I don't want to hear any more about this. Whatever. Some people just can't get past it, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, this ain't for everybody, man. I mean, this ain't for everybody. If you can't wrap your head around the fact that folks lie and that there's evil in the midst amongst the people, and that the evil is deception, I mean, I'm not getting into all that. So we got this attorney, and she's all right, I guess. She's an attorney. I'll say that. I don't have a lot of respect for attorneys. And that's really sad because my grandfather's an attorney. He practices business law. He's practiced law for almost 60 years. The guy's 96 this year. Still to this day goes to the office one day a week. 96 years old. Whatever. Not big on lawyers. But we got this attorney, and, I brought some of this stuff up about right to travel, this, that, and the other, and she says, nah, the 10th Amendment says that you don't have that. I've read the 10th Amendment. I'm not real clear on how she relates the 10th Amendment to affecting our ability to travel. Because I think the Constitution is pretty clear in the legislative responsibilities and what the statutes and codes provide regulation on commerce. Licensing is for commerce. It is not for free sovereign men. It is for folks that operate in commerce. So the more I get thinking about this, it's like, I know I don't need this license to go down the road to go visit Sally or Joe Blow or whoever. But if I wanted my real estate license and I'm driving people around to show them houses, would I need a driver's license? And I asked myself this question, and I think that I probably would. So that being said, I want my driver's license now. So I went down to South Carolina DMV the other day. I lost my ID. And I'm down there, and I'm like, Chris Hauser did it. Wonder if South Carolina will let me do it. So I signed every piece of paperwork they handed me without prejudice, and then I used a beneficiary signature. When the lady saw that I put without prejudice on the paperwork, she said, hold on a minute. She talked to some gal, came back and said, you can't sign that way. I said, really? I said, why? She said, we can't accept that. So I'm like, okay, so you're telling me that you're impeding, or not impeding, but you're, forgive me, man, my brain, I think it's really been a long week. Kid's birthday was the other day. Mom and I drove up to Asheville and took him out to eat. I mean, that's just part of what I've or what I've had going on the last few days. But anyway, so she's like, I just can't let you sign that way. So I'm like, okay, what's your name? She gave me her name. This is the interesting thing. When I asked for her name, she only provided her first name. Never did give me her last name. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for my ID, and I'm kind of pissed. I'm pretty hot. I'm like, I don't understand this. I saw Christopher Hauser's ID. It says without prejudice on it. He signed his damn ID that way. They won't even let me sign the paperwork to get the ID that way. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Respect the game and its players. Okay? So I asked the gal, I said, look, is there someone I can talk to about the way I signed this paperwork? She said, well, I can get you the manager. So she gets me the manager. I asked the manager what her name is. Again, she gives me her first name, not a last. And I asked her, I said, look, can you provide me with a statute or code that says I can't sign my paperwork this way? She said, well, I can't, but what I can do is I can give you a complaint form. So I got a complaint form. And this went out with my mail on Friday as well. And this form is called, and this may vary from one state to the next because this is South Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles we're dealing with. But the form is called AD-800E, English form 1023. And I think 1023 is, or 10-20-23. I think that has something to do with the I don't know. That's obviously the date. But it's very, very uncomplicated here. You fill out your name, your address, your driver's license number, phone number, alternate phone number, email address, vehicle descriptions, nature of complaint. You've got boxes to check for South Carolina DMV employee. I checked. Fraud and misconduct. I checked. Driver training school left out, and CDL skill test review I left out. And then it says the name and the address of the training school. Then you come over to the back of the paper, and it's got a little box for you to list your complaint. And then it wants to know if you filed a police report. And I kind of wondered if maybe I should, but then I was like, nah, I ain't even going to do all that. You know, motherfuckers think I'm crazy, and I don't like calling the police or anything. So I said no, signed it, sent it in. This is what I said in the complaint, if anyone is curious. Now, when I signed the complaint, I signed it without prejudice and with the beneficiary signature. November 22nd, 2023, year of our Lord, 2023 year of our Lord, agent, South Carolina DMV employee and officer of South Carolina DMV, located at, and I listed the location of the Spartanburg office for the DMV in which I had handled my business. I said, assisted me in completing forms to obtain a new ID after I lost mine. I signed all forms without prejudice with the signature. Agent informed me I could not sign that way. I spoke with the manager agent and asked her to provide me with a statute and or code that prohibits my signing that way, and she issued me the complaint form. No one provided their last names when I asked their name. My question is, why can I not sign my autograph without prejudice? Sent all this. I sent the letter to the credit management company and this letter certified with return receipt. Cost me about $20 to send both. If you send one registered, and I think I've gone over registered mail before, I'm going to go over it one more time. Sending just a letter registered mail will cost you about $20. The reason being, every postal worker that handles that piece of mail signs for that piece of mail. And I'm pretty sure, and I've not done any research on the post office or postal work, but I'm pretty sure that's why you can create a valid contract with the signature on a return receipt of registered mail, because they know beyond a shadow of a doubt no one has messed with that mail since it was put into the hands of the postal workers. Every postal worker has to sign for that piece of mail. Anyone that touches it, they sign for it. And that was told to me by a postal employee. So, yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff together for this DMV hearing, and I'm currently waiting to hear back from the office out of North Carolina. They're supposed to write a letter and tell me what's up and when a hearing would be scheduled. With the holidays coming around, I'm pretty sure that it'll probably be the first of the year before I get back up there for a hearing. I know South Carolina actually has statutes and codes that will tell you what every district in the state operates when their court is. And it'll be like the first Tuesday of this month for the next 3 weeks in judicial area 4. And it breaks it down like that. So I can only imagine that, courts will be closed for the holidays, and that would mean that DMV is probably going to be closed too. Granted, all this is out of North Carolina. Here's the funny thing about this. Because of the effect of what has happened in North Carolina, it has definitely affected my ability to operate in commerce in every other state I've lived. And I actually read some stuff in the licensing American jurisprudence. I'm trying to think which volume that was. I've got it in the bedroom. It's laid up there on the bed because I was actually reading it last night. Anyways, the one state's effects can't affect another state's effects in essence. And like I said, I don't have this stuff in front of me, but just keep that in mind for all of those of you out there that don't have driver's license. The NCIC checks are really screwing folks over when it comes to this driver's license thing. And they're really trying to pass this driver's license off as you gotta have this. But you don't have to have it unless you operate in commerce. Supreme Court says this. So, in theory, you leave one state, go to another, the effect that this state has on your driver's license shouldn't have any bearing on whether or not you get one in another state, based off of what I read. Now, in the licensing volume of the American jurisprudence, I'm realizing that they don't ever mention driving. They mention shit like cigarette sales or gambling, machines, like coin machines. A lot of different stuff gets mentioned. Cigarettes and alcohol get mentioned quite a bit. Liquor licensing gets mentioned quite a bit. Cigarette licensing gets mentioned quite a bit. But as I'm reading into it, everything that has to do with licensing has to do with some sort of commercial activity. Keep the, just put this on your back burner. How is fishing commercial? If I'm fishing to feed myself or just for fun, why do I need the license? Because I'm not doing anything to personally gain in currency matters when I go out and fish. I've never sold a fish I've caught, not one. Could care less about selling them. And as a matter of fact, I go even further as to say that we don't even typically eat them. We usually throw the damn things back. So why do I need a license? Hunting, same principle. What do I need a license for? Why do I need a license to hunt? Why do I need a license to get married? That one should really pose some questions to folks, especially those of you that are engaged in this menage a trois with your states. God don't bless that kind of stuff. So as far as I'm concerned, anyone that's got a marriage license and certificate, you got an unholy union, bro. And that's just my opinion. So that's kind of like what we got going on. I just want to say one more time, this is, I'm not as educated as some of these guys out here on this stuff. I'm just trying to show folks, because I am Joe Nobody, like really and truly. I ain't shit, man. I mean, I only got about 300 people that keep coming back and watching my videos. I got maybe one or two videos that have several thousand views. Most of those are on the I Don't Understand and the Bill of Exchanges videos. So I mean, that just tells me that folks out here looking for the quick fix, and I mean that's fine, man. I care less what you're watching me for. I want you to take something from it. And if you don't take anything worthwhile, take this. I am nobody and I am having success. I am making this shit work to my benefit. Like, I mean, I got everything off my credit report except for these 2 marks. And this company actually sent me a letter and said my balance reflected $0.00. But I still owe them money. But there's no money. There is no money. Constitution is clear on what money is. We don't have money in circulation. I hope I'm an inspiration more than anything. Yeah, I can't explain all this stuff inside out. Like Yusuf El has got, man, that dude's knowledge base is woo. And I'm gonna tell you, if he don't know what the hell he's talking about, he does a really damn good job of making you think he does. But I believe he knows what he's talking about. I believe Christopher Hauser knows what he's talking about. I believe these folks have really done their homework. And man, I'm gonna tell you, look, this is an American jurisprudence. This is an American jurisprudence. I'm getting these books for like $10 a piece on eBay. And man, they are really, really, really interesting books. I mean, they really are. I can't wait till I get all this shit done with the DMV, man, and can actually go down to the courthouse and check out the law library. Mom would take me, but I just, you know, my schedule's so weird just because of having to go into work in the middle of the day and not getting off until later in the evening. And so I got to get up early in the morning. And I ain't trying to drag this woman out of bed, drop me off at the courthouse for a couple hours and then come back and get me. She does enough as it is, you know. So, I'm real curious what everybody's got to say. I'm real curious what everybody's thoughts and feelings are, especially on this DMV thing. I really want to go up here and bust these motherfuckers' heads, man. Pardon my French, but I mean, that's just how I feel about it. Like, I really, really do. 24 years, North Carolina has impeded my ability to operate in commerce, quite frankly. They've kept me broke, essentially. And then even more so, the more I think about it and look at it, it's like I can't even contract to do business with someone because I can't guarantee that I could drive or deliver anything. So, I mean, if that's not an effect of my ability to contract, I don't know what is. Anyways, doing my homework. You do yours. That's about it. I hope everybody has a great holiday. I don't know if there will be another video or not before Christmas. Definitely gonna let y'all know what goes on with this DMV thing when we get there, because if I beat these fools, this is gonna be a big win. Big win. And I'm kind of excited. And you know, I was listening to Yusuf the other day, and I really hope to get a resolution that I am satisfied with when we go to the hearing. But when I go to that hearing, I'm really not planning on getting the resolution I'm looking for. The main thing I'm trying to do when I go up there is get all I can on record. And I'm gonna appeal this. And if I gotta take it to the Supreme Court, I'm gonna figure out how to do it. And man, we're gonna see if we can rewrite the books. Fuck with me if you want to, North Carolina. Try me. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. I've done my time, you know. I've done my time. It's like, let's move the fuck on already. I gotta go to work here in, God, almost an hour and a half. I had to go to work this morning. I'm not even getting into all that. Anyways, God bless all y'all, man. Keep lifting your spirits up. Getting your books. They're beautiful things. Knowledge is power. Application is the key to open all doors. All right, folks. Y'all take care.